Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to the channel Mathematics by Larry Panjwani. So today we are starting O level 4024 and IGCSE 0580 Mathematics, and the first chapter we are starting with numbers. In numbers we have a lot of subtopics, so I'm dividing the topic. So the section number one, we have first topic name is types of numbers. So we have to understand what are the types of numbers. So in a starting, you just need to understand the concept, and after you get the concept, we will try to solve some past papers question. So starting with the subtopic one is types of numbers. So number one is a natural number. This is the basic definition of natural number. Natural numbers are the part of the number system which include all the positive integers from 1 till infinity and are also used for counting purpose. It does not include zero. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on are also called counting numbers. So natural numbers are those numbers which start from 1. There's a simple definition. We can say that the natural numbers are those numbers which start from 1. And we can write like this, the set of natural numbers is 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this is known as a natural number which start from 1, and we can also call natural number accounting numbers. Okay, we also call natural number accounting number. I hope this is a very basic definition. I hope you understand the definition of that. So now going to the next is whole number. Whole number are the part of the number system which include all the positive integer from 0 to infinity. So in natural number start from 1 and whole number start from 0. Okay, the difference between natural and whole are just one number. The natural number start from 1 and the whole number start from 0. So 0 is included in this. So this is known as natural number. And which is from 0 to infinity. E complete set of natural number along with 0. E complete set with natural number along with 0 are called whole number. The example are this. So these are the examples 0, 11, 25, 36, 9, 99, 1200, etc. These are the examples. So these are just the basic concept of what is natural number and what a whole number. I hope this is clear to you. Now, moving to the next. Next is integer. Integer is a special set of number comprising 0, positive number, and negative number. So all numbers are called integer. With respect to or negative or positive, we can say all numbers are known as integers. As this given in the example, example of integers are -1, -12, +6, +15. We denote integer by capital Z, and this is a set. This is a way we can represent integer in set. So all numbers are called integer. Positive number, negative number, or 0. All are called integers. So I hope you're clear with number, whole number, and integer. Okay. Now going to the next. The next is odd number. Odd number are the number that cannot be divided by 2 eventually. It cannot be divided to two separate digits eventually. If we divide an odd number by 2, then it will be leave a remainder. So these numbers are known as odd number. So which is not the number which cannot be divided by 2 is known as odd number. So we can represent odd number in set as well. 1, 3, 5, 7. These are the number which are known as odd number because these number are not divisible by 2. So this is known as odd number. Now next is even. Even are the integer that are exactly divisible by 2. The number which is exactly divisible by 2 is known as even number, and which is not divisible by 2 is called odd number. So I hope you are clear with this concept. Now prime number. A prime number is a positive integer that is divisible by only 1 or and itself. The number which is divisible by 1 and itself are known as prime number. The example you can see in the number 2 is known as prime number because it can be divisible by 1 and it can be divisible by itself. Okay. 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. These all are known as prime number. Prime number from 1 to 100. These all are mentioned. The prime number from 1 till 100. All number which is divisible by 1 and by itself is known as prime number. So I hope you understand this concept of odd number, even number, and prime number. Now, moving towards the next. Now we have rational number, a very important topic. A rational number in mathematics can be defined as a number which can be written in form of P upon Q. So this is a definition you can find in your internet as well. I'm just giving you the basic concept. What is rational number? So the number which can be represented by like this in a fraction form. The number which can be represented by fraction form is known as rational number. And the important thing are Q should not be equal to 0. Because when Q is equal to 0, This means the denominator is 0 and it will move towards infinity. So q should not be equal to 0. Also, we can say that any fraction fit under a category of rational number where the denominator and numerator are integer. This means the p and q should be integers. These both numbers should be integers. Okay. We saw what is integer in the previous slide. Negative, positive, or 0. All numbers are known as integers. Okay. And the denominator is not equal to 0. When the rational number is divided, the result will be decimal form, which may be either terminating decimal or repeating decimal. And what does it mean? This is a very important topic included with the rational number, that when the rational number is divided, when we divide two numbers, for example, 5 divided by 2. 5 is an integer number, 2 is an integer number. Okay. We have to follow the rules for rational number. When we divide the two numbers, the result will be decimal form. When we divide 5 divided by 2, we get 2.5, which may be either terminating decimal or repeating decimal. What does it terminating decimal mean? The number which is divisible, which is divide completely after decimal point. The number which is completely divide after the decimal point. As you see in the example I've given you, 5 divided by 2. After decimal point, it is divided. I can show you how to divide. 2, 5, 2 to the 4, 1 remainder, put a decimal point, then 0, and then 2 5s are 10, and the answer will be 2.5. So when we divide two integers number and after decimal point, it will be completely divided, then we can call it terminating decimal fraction. This number will be known as terminating decimal fraction. And we can say that it is a type of rational number because it includes in a rational number. Okay. And there's another one, the repeating decimal number. What are repeating decimal? I can give you another example of that. For example, 1 divided by 3. Or we can say that 1 divided by 3, the value will become 0.33333. It will be continued. Okay. So the number which is repeating or making any pattern after the decimal, which is not completely divisible. 1 upon 3 will not completely divide. Okay. After decimal, it will repeating some pattern or repeating the number. It is known as repeating decimal, or we can say that recurring decimal. Another name of this is recurring decimal fraction. These both is known as a type of rational number. So I'm repeating again, rational number are very important. Rational number represent in fraction form p upon q. Q should not be equal to 0, which means denominator should not be equal to 0. And p and q should must be an integer. And when we divide both the number, we will get a decimal form. So we will get either terminating decimal or repeating decimal. Another name of repeating decimal is recurring. Okay. What is terminating decimal? When we divide two number, after decimal point, it will be divide completely. So this is known as terminating decimal. Repeating or recurring mean after decimal point, there is a pattern moving on, which is not, the number will not completely divisible, but it make a pattern after decimal point. So this is known as repeating or recurring. So this is known as a rational number. Okay. So I have some example as well. I can show you. 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. This is rational. Okay. 1 divided by 1000, 0.01. This is rational. 50 divided by 10 is equal to 5. This is rational. So these are the rational number. Okay. I hope you got what a rational number. Now, irrational number. Very interesting. The number which cannot be expressed in P upon Q is known as irrational number. Okay. The number which cannot be expressed in P upon Q is known as irrational number. Okay. So let me give you example. So the number, an irrational number is a real number that cannot be expressed as a ratio of integer. For example, root 2 is an irrational number which cannot be express any irrational number in the form of ratio. So we cannot express root 2 in P upon Q form. As we see the previous slide, rational number are which we can represent P upon Q in the form of P upon Q. But root 2 cannot be expressed in P upon Q form. So this is known as irrational numbers. So I hope you understand. We have some example as well. Pi. The value of pi is 3.14159 and so on continue. So pi is known as irrational number. Root, the value written in root, which is not perfect square, root 2, root 3, root 5, these all are known as irrational number. Euler number, which is denoted by E, the value is 2.718282 and so on. This is known as irrational number. The number which cannot be expressed in fraction form is known as irrational number. So remember that. I hope you are clear with this topic. Now, the real number, the last one of this types of number. Real number can be defined as the union of both rational and irrational number. Okay, when we union, we can say when we add rational and irrational both. When we add rational and irrational, we can say rational real is denoted by R. And important thing, rational number is denoted by capital Q, union and irrational denoted by Q dash. When we union both the set, rational and irrational, union means we have to combine. Union means we have to combine both the set, then it will make real number. So real number can be defined as a union of both rational and irrational number. They can both positive or negative and are denoted by symbol R. All the natural number, decimal fraction come under this category. All the natural numbers, decimal fraction come under this category. So the simple basic thing you have to understand, real number are the combination or we can say union of rational and irrational number. So I hope you got you understand all the types of numbers. Now we have some important point to remember. You have to remember these points. First, product mean multiplication. Okay, these are very basic point. I hope you know about it, but just a revise. Product mean multiply, sum mean addition, difference means subtraction. You have to remember these things because these in your paper they will not say multiply, they will say product, they will say sum, difference. They can use that of words. Now the symbol, some symbol you have to remember that these are the some symbol you have to know about these symbol. The first one is equal to, for example, 2 equal to 2. First one is not equal to, this means 3 is not equal to 2. Approx, for example, 3.15 is approx to 3.1, for example. Less than, okay, a is less than 3. Oh, sorry. A is less than 3, or we can say it's less than and equal. This is known as less than and equal to. This is greater than. This is greater than and equal to. This is therefore, and this is square root, or we can also call a radical. Okay, this root, square root. Okay, so I hope you got each and every point of this. If you have any confusion in this lecture, you can ask me and you can comment me. I hope everything is clear. This in this video we have done the topic number 1, which is types of number. Inshallah, next video we will continue with the subtopic 2. I hope everything is clear. Allah Hafiz.